Hey guys, welcome back in. Gonna continue some more abandoned permadeath. Now we did find a new lush dissident planet to run around on. I think we'll spend a good amount of time here. I'm gonna shut down the sentinels and I think just run around, just farm up pretty much everything we can. I'm still looking for some protection modules and some drop pods to unlock. Just kind of run around. Try to make up as many nanites as we can. We need 250,000, so we've still got quite a few to make. So I think what I am gonna do though, watch out for these gravity storms. You just jump into my camera real quick, because I think I might put a base computer here. That way I can warp out of here. I was kind of hoping there'd be a cave right next to this. Doesn't look like we got that lucky. Alright. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Trying to see where my thing is. Right there. So we'll toss down a base computer. Yeah, I'm gonna have to warp back to my main base to use the refiners. That way I'm not using up a ton of, condensed carbon and stuff, so. Just toss that down, toss down a teleporter, and let's see, give this any, lush. Gravity storms. Alright. And I probably don't have what I need to build this stuff, right? Sodium. Yeah, I figured that'd probably be the easiest way to do that, just to run up around, farm a bunch of stuff, and then go back to my base. I already have all this stuff down here to refine, so. Let's see here, toss down one of those. And I'm gonna use a biofuel reactor. That'll be all set. And actually, can I just toss down one I can put down one refiner. So let's go ahead and do that. Actually, no, I'll hold off on doing that. Alright. Now that multi-tool may have changed in here also. It'll be the same cloud. Okay, it's still a piece of junk. Just gonna hit the line on that and shut down the sentinels. Alright. Now we can just run around and collect whatever we want. All this stuff. Right. Start going right for like damaged machinery and mirrors and all that stuff. Let me see what I have for echoes. Okay, I've got already got more than a stack of both, so. Oh, I need to start saving some of that PCM actually. I probably shouldn't have done that. Yeah, now we can just run around and pick up stuff nice and easily without having to worry about making the sentinels angry. I'm mainly after damaged machinery though. I know I can get a lot of shards pretty easily, so yeah, I'm still trying to get a hazard protection for hot weather. I'll know some of this stuff while we go. Oops. There are too many things I have to scroll through. Let's get this thing filled up so it'll stop often there. It's a bad thing about, you know, planets like this. It shows all your friggin' things that you can recharge, and half of them don't have to be recharged. I don't know why that was listed. Alright. Yeah, see, I can get a good amount of nanites out of those things too. I'm gonna try to get rid of that. Try to stay on top of like living slime and stuff like that. That way it doesn't take ages to refine a bunch of stacks of it. Another memory stone over there. There's a lot of hazardous flora here. Yeah, there's just a lot of good stuff on this planet. I also want to try to keep an eye out for any graves too. We're doing quite a bit of just scanning around. We've got harmonic scrap too. Is there anything back up here though? Buried cash back there. A lot of times what I'll do is I just like to land and just go, you know, like I'll make like a 300 unit, you know, radius around me and just pick up as much stuff as I can and then move on to a different spot. Or sometimes I get distracted and I end up getting way too far away. sure we can all relate to that though in this game. Really easy to see something shiny across the field and you have to go over there and pick it up. Make sure I get some scans in too. Try to grab as many shards as I can. Oh, up to 80 words. Not bad. Oh, we got a couple more. Wow. It's a good amount of nanites right here if I can get nanites from all of these. Yeah, 126 nanites. Yeah, I think after you get all the building parts, I think all you get are nanites out of them. Alright, and you can see these containers. These were all sentinels at one point, so let's get all this free crap out of them, including nanites. They only give you, I think, like 7 nanites, though. But you see, you can get a good amount of stuff just from doing that. And take this guy out. Just a mirror, but did I get this one? Yep. Yeah, you can just run around and grab gravitino balls and stuff too. If you need money. Some of these going. Nice big stack of these. I figured do a little bit of this and see if we can find a couple ships and do a little bit of running around. Just no real focus on one thing, just a bunch of small things. Different ones of these. One of those. This one I already picked up. There's just so many icons. Like, I wish I could turn off some of these. You know, only search for like one or two things. That way I don't see all these different points of interest. Oh, another damage machine. I want to keep that beast in this time. I keep forgetting that I have a nip bud that I want to start growing. Stick my head in some water real quick too. There might be a couple things to scan. So, not as deep as I thought it was. I don't think there's going to be anything that's too shallow. Oh, great. Did not mean to hit that. There's a lot of shards here. I better look at my inventory because I'm sure this stuff is starting to pile up. Let's open that. And I know I have more living slime. Piling this stuff down here. Let's just go this way. Yeah, so this stuff's going to add up quick. A couple slots down here I can move. Yeah, what I'm trying to do is keep this area somewhat cleared. I see this is actually alright, let's toss that up there, I guess. Yeah, I'm trying to make it so I can open my inventory kind of quickly and see what I need to move around. It's almost done. So got another minute left on that. Alright, what's in here? Alright, 5 more mirrors. That's a good haul. Yeah, a lot of times that's how I get a good amount of my mirrors. Just from getting lucky with those. Right, we have a building over there. We have a reservoir also. A bunch of these up here too. Every one of these shards is going to give me back 50 nanites. So, they go pretty quick. Good shard. Alright, and if you see one of these guys with a blue canister around it, that's from one of those spider creatures, one of the big spiders that are a pain in the butt to fight. So that should give you one of those crystallized hearts. Those I don't think you can refine those. But you need them to fix like multi-tools. Alright, and this guy's got an inverted mirror. I haven't seen an echolocator here yet. I was hoping to farm up a bunch of them, but I'm not sure if that's actually going to happen. It might be dispersed. Kind of close on this side of the planet, though. There's a few more over here. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's just a stone. Looks like a plant. I think I saw either 3 or 4 of these guys. So this must be the one close one. Alright, got our locator. I was starting to wonder if any of them were going to show up. I do see a memory stone, so I am going to run over that way first. I didn't realize these gave that many nanites. I thought it was only like 30. Alright, we got a building part instead. That's alright. Get all those building parts, and then I'm pretty sure it's all nanites afterwards. I think there's like a dozen different building parts. So. I know I saw another memory stone around here. Alright, we gotta bury cache. Just start scanning a little bit more when I run around. Seems like every time I turn around there's something to go pick up quickly though. I can go. Get that rolled over. I can get like 1 nanite out of that. Yeah, it's not going to take long to fill this up at all. And I'm not even like going nuts trying to refine or get stuff together. Kind of keep some of this in order. Oh, got that building too. So run up there, grab that memory stone, then cut over and go to that building. Let's roll this out. Oh, I keep forgetting these are a 1-to-2 ratio. Like, so many different things to grab. Like every time I turn around, there's like more radiant shards or memory stones. I do like how the flora reacts to these storms, though. It is a nice little detail. We have another one there. Let's grab that one. Of course, there's going to be more shards to grab, too. Yeah, this is more fun than refining curious deposits. Oh, that's more of that crap. Alright, so we should have a building over here somewhere. Let's grab that buried cache. Let's see what the building is. Sure, I picked that one up. Yep. Alright. We have a spot for a few minutes. Make it quick save. And I'm just going to bring my ship in. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff I do a lot of times, like off stream. This or like refining stuff. A lot of times just because it is kind of repetitive. I think this is kind of a fun planet to run around on, so might as well stream that. Oh, and this was a factory, wasn't it? Yeah, sometimes you can find those big spiders outside of factories. Doesn't look like there's any here, though. Alright. Stick our head in here. There might be a plant to shoot. Look out for them. Doesn't look like it, though. Let's go kind of arrange some of this. Do you want to get this salvage technology in my ship? I thought I had more than that. Wow. I thought for sure I had way more than that. And so this stuff is filling up pretty quickly. Go back to a regular view. Oh yeah, we've got a few in here too. Oh, I need some of this for fuel, so I don't want to use them all up. Let's move down. Right, so that bottom section's filling right up. I don't know. I don't think I need this. I'm just getting rid of it. I wish there was a terminal here. I'd sell a couple items. Alright, let's Start. Oh, I've got more in there. Start just running some of that through. At least this stuff goes down pretty quick. You just have to find it in your exosuit. Try to stay on top of this. That way when I go back to my base, I don't have a bunch of like wasted, wasted items. Let's see. Oh, I don't have enough onion. So we throw that away. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick these hearts in my ship. The hearts, and toss all those brains in there too. I can go on my ship. I'll just stick all of these up here. I'm going to end up with way more radiant shards than mirrors. Actually, you know what? Let's just toss those in my ship too. I'll probably end up spending a couple hours at my base just on mirrors. Get that going through. Alright, I just want to make sure some of the stuff gets separated out. I want to make sure I hold on to all of those. Let's move these down here. I didn't realize I had that many of those. Just toss all these brains down here. I want to just try to keep it a little bit organized. There's actually probably some stuff in here I don't even need. Actually, that can go. The problem is, every time I transfer stuff over, it ends up just taking the first slot. Alright, there's more of those. I knew there were. Alright, we can just fill this in. Yeah, that way I have this whole middle area for extra stuff. Okay. Flip this over. I wish we could just delete stuff from our refiner instead of taking it out and putting it back in. Actually, I can toss that in here. I don't want to accidentally delete that. Okay. Alright, sorry about that. Let's... Might as well grab some eggs while we're here. Trying to get greedy. Yeah, don't want to do that. Jump over here. Sometimes it takes a little bit to get used to these gravity things. Oh, I think there's something there. Yeah, there is. Go around the other way. Choose here. Alright, that should be all of those. Come back in here for a moment. Let them settle down. Run those off. Yeah, I like to do these right away just because they only take a couple seconds and gives them enough time to calm down out there so that I can take off without any issues. Also, it doesn't clog up spots in my backpack. Yeah, it wouldn't be bad if I could have larger stacks, but this stack size is a pain. Now let's go recall. Alright. Now, typically, I usually do just learn new recipe. We'll go over here. Let's what's a polyfiber cactus starflesh? That's just cactus. I need unstable gel and acid for that. Alright, so we're gonna grab the unstable gel. Restore our shield. Alright. Just kind of do the same thing out here. Go run around. Grab more shards when I see them. There's a memory stone down there. Actually, there's a couple of them. Just kind of loop around. There's also a damaged machinery. There's just a lot of stuff on this planet. At least these memory stones, they're nice because they really show up at nighttime. Super bright. Oh, I already got that one. I missed all these though. Yeah, if I didn't turn off the sentinels, definitely wouldn't be doing this much farming. Alright, go down to our buried tech. Caster mod. We're just gonna get rid of that. that buried cache. Another memory stone and a shard. New building part. There's not a lot of damaged machinery here, which is unfortunate. There's some, but not nearly as much as a lot of other planets. Kind of make up for it with this other stuff, though. Pulse engine. Let's get rid of that. And to probably just get some of those refined anyway. I wouldn't be surprised if I do end up with broken technology here from all these hazardous plants, though. I'm sure I'm gonna screw up, land right on top of one. Another stone over here. Past it. Yeah, I had no idea these things give you that much for nanites. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between the shards and Atlantean. Alright, another building part. And I'm also trying to keep an eye out for any graves I see too. Towards that. Should be spending a little more time looking for damaged machinery, but these buried tech, there's sometimes damaged machinery is right next to them. I wouldn't be surprised at all if I find a grave here. So, the amount of running around I'm doing. And you'll find it just like out of the blue too. Because luckily they show up pretty far away. Like 800 units, I think. So, alright, you got a couple more memory stones. The building part. Stone up there. Stone over there. Oh, there's like something in every direction. Yeah, I'm a big fan of these storms. Just for traversal. This makes things so nice. Open those, open that. Pretty much throw everything away. And throw that away, throw that away. Figure do a bunch of this right now, then head back to my base, just get all this stuff refined off, and then come back and see if we can grab some ships, visit a few different camps, and mine up some more stuff. So, yeah, just kind of break things up a little bit. Alright, let's get this guy taken care of. What's he have? He has a mirror, I think. Oh, he's got that though. Got little canisters. Oh, got some curious deposits. A pretty good collection of them too. Oh, we got a damaged machinery. See, like I didn't even see this damaged machinery. I just happened to notice the flame. The game is trolling me with launch fuel. Down here, and I guess we'll toss some more shards in the refiner. Alright. What else is here? So many markers. I got another memory stone. Close by. Oh, we got another building too. I'll head for that memory stone first. Thought I marked it. Oh, we got a resonator along the way too. Resonator's further up, I think. over this way. Probably way over there now. It's the wrong one. It's very cash. Go there though. Yeah, I'm starting to kind of zigzag around, which I don't like to do. I like to try to go in one direction. Is that a stone? They hit that one nicely. Another pulse engine. That's going to be garbage. And we should remember to try to pull some of these out too. Right. We do have a building around here. We want to see what it is. It's hard to pass up these shards when you've got this many together. These are all get further up here. Another stone. I already got that one. We should see that building. Oh, there's a building around here. I think I'm just too far away. Alright, got a resonator over here. Another echo. See, that's how I get so many of these echoes, just running around doing exactly what I'm doing now. In other words, getting lost and running around in circles. Oh, look at all of these. God. This might be the best farming planet I've found for this. There's just so many shards. So many. More stones over here. All right. Go over and grab salvage tech. I get this. Yep. I wish they would stop glowing after you interact with them. Over here. Even more of them. there is nothing to show. Got a buried character around here too. Oh, there's a Gravitino ball. Getting too close to that. Oh. I guess that I saw. Try to stay going in one direction. Alright, we'll head for that. A couple resonators along the way. Yeah, this would be a pain without the sentinels turned off. Because there's just so many things here. So many of these. Alright. Our stuff is filling up. Yeah, we might have to take off out of here shortly. You know, a whole lot of stuff. Run that off. Oh, we have even more up here. Flip that around right now. Actually, where's that? A little bit of pugnium. I have no idea where that went. Oh, there it is. Yeah, we're gonna have to leave here shortly. Yeah, I'm grabbing this stuff mainly for the nanites. That's why he ended up with stacks of that Atlantean. Get out memory stone. Alright, we're gonna head back to the ship. And head over to my base, I guess. Because the way I have this challenge set up, I can put down one refiner at my base, but I'd rather just go back to my main base. That way I can do, you know, 10 stacks at once. So I end up getting like 1,000 units or 1,000 nanites in, you know, like a minute. So try to grab up every flash shot I can find though. It's 11 minutes away. I was way further than I thought. How much room? Let's see what that buried tech is. I'm gonna probably end up calling in my ship. I'm trying to get like a full stack of mirrors. Oh, we got a damaged machinery too. See, that's why it's worth just looking for the buried tech module sometimes. Because damaged machinery, for some reason, it doesn't want to show up. Gotta kind of be mindful of what I'm doing here. Alright, so let's run away. Actually, let's run that through. That slot open. Oh, how much? Alright, so I did get a stack of that. Good. Alright, so I'll avoid that for now. With the shards. Mainly the shards. If I see any resonators along the way, I'll stop and grab them. Oh, got one right here. It's probably going to take me quite a while to refine all this stuff. Because the mirrors I can do 10 at a time across all my refiners. The brains, though, I can only do 1 at a time. Although the mirrors you can actually refine 3 at a time. I already have that. Alright, so I just kind of did a big loop here. Alright. See if there's anything else here. That's a shard. Yeah, you can actually put 3 of them in your refiner, but you have to stay in the refiner screen to get 190. Well, you can refine 2 at a time. You can put 3 in the refiner. Yeah, you can put 3 in here, but it will only refine 2 of them for 190 nanites. But if you leave this screen, you only get 150. And then you can refine that one by its own. So you have to stay in the refiner screen to get full credit. And that's something that's been broken ever since Permadeath was introduced to the game. So I'm hoping, by year 15, maybe they can get that fixed. I don't know if it's possible though. Yeah, it's been an issue as long as I can remember. It was like that even with the affordable refiners. So That's that other crap. I don't want that. I want shards. Alright, we got a thing down here. Memory stone. Oh. Let's get rid of some of that. Yeah, I think it's I find it weird that you actually need to have inventory to pick up nanites. Kind of backwards. Alright, grab a little bit more. I'm just trying to completely fill my inventory. Hazardous wars, or I know eventually one of them's gonna get me good. Memory stone. A whole cluster of runaway mold over there too. Normally I'd be doing backflips overseeing it, but this stuff, I'd rather run around and grab this stuff. The runaway mold is great because it's like a guaranteed source, but it's just, it gets boring. I refined a bunch of it for like 5 hours the other day. That was enough for me. If I didn't set little challenges for myself, it wouldn't be such a pain. Alright, I think I will grab that. I've still got actually a good amount of room in my ship for some of this stuff, so let's get up here, and I think I'm just going to call in my ship. Try to grab all of these. How much room? Alright, let's okay, I can grab 2 more. Alright. Just bring our ship in. Oh, and I see a damaged machinery right over there. So, let's just toss this in my ship real quick. Go grab that damaged machinery. This game does not want me to have a heat protection mod. I'm convinced of it. So, let's get that filled. Alright, so I do have a couple slots. I probably won't be able to reach my ship from here, right? I swear these shots don't hit half the time. What the heck, like? I have no idea why I just took that much. Pull again. Alright. Now let's just throw that away. Maybe can I pick these up at all? I want to make sure it's not like overwriting something. Okay, yeah, it is. Get rid of that. See if I can find 3 radiant shards. Actually, there's one of these guys over here. Actually, let's bring my ship in over here. Yeah, that way you can transfer some of this over. Some of these mirrors. And more mirrors. And I have a couple echoes that can go. Yeah, just trying to fill up as much as possible. Alright, let's drag all this down. Alright, that way I only have to worry about those 4 slots. Or 5 slots, rather. I actually have quite a bit of room in there. That'll be enough to go refine off the this guy out of here. I'm gonna grab all these kegs while I'm here too, and grab those ones that were behind me. Just because they give you nanites. It's not much, but better than nothing. So there could be some over here too. Alright. A few more. Alright, that way I can just go in, get rid of all that stuff. Yeah. It's not worth holding onto that stuff, it doesn't give you enough nanites. I hate that. I already interacted with it. Pretty sure I did see shards up here though. Let's see if they're pretty far. Alright, I'm gonna head back down, I guess. Oh, here they are. They're not all shards, though. I hate the fact that it brings up my ship inventory whenever I go in here. I have no idea why that is. It's always been like that. take a run. Head back towards the base. There it is. See if we can land somewhere though, so we can maybe pick up a few more items. Yeah, I got turned around good back there. I typically don't roam that far away. Let's see what this building is. Alright, got a trading post. It's actually pretty nice. Alright. Look at all those markers. I wish I could turn like half of them off, because all they do is overlap each other after a while. Alright, we're gonna damage machinery. Go right over in that direction. Yeah, I must have most of the building parts now. I think there was like 12 or so. I've gotten quite a few nanites out of them so far. I think that might be a different tree. Nope, I've already got it. Get rid of that. Blasting all these hazardous plants. There's so many already. Oh, because I got that one oxygen. Yeah, I've lost a radiant shard because of that. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play this safe. I'm gonna take a stack of these and break them down. That way I can't pick up anything but radiant shards. Yeah, that's one way you can kind of monitor your inventory. Oh, wild base computer. Hey, back when I believe it was Foundations, this was the only way you could find a base computer. It would just be out in the wild. And as you notice, it's a nice big flat piece of land. So this is actually typically like a very highly sought after area. Because you can build a good sized base here, and it's all like perfectly flat. But yeah, you couldn't put your base anywhere. You had to just roam around the planet and hopefully find one. So I'm actually going to go ahead and claim that. Yeah, you had to roam around, and then all you had were pretty much prefabs that you could build bases with, and they were really bad. they weren't too great. Alright. There we go. And who knows, I might come back here on a different save and use this location for our base. I just need a few more of these. I think I'm just about done with this planet for now. Oh, that's not gonna work. I want radiant shards, not that crap. Can I pick up another mirror? Nope, I'm full. I'll loop around this way. Oh, and I'm not going to be able to pick up this memory stone, am I? Oh, I've already got it anyway. Shards. Alright, this one. Alright, so what I'm going to do is actually move this over so I have one free slot. That way I can interact with that. And split them up again. That way the only thing I can pick up are radiant shards. Some right there. Yeah, but actually another memory stone. Grab that first. Oh, actually, it looks like there's a few. Yeah, I'm gonna move that shard over before I get back to that stone. I don't want to accidentally pick up like a piece of carbon or anything right now, because it will cause me to miss out on that thing, that memory stone. So, do that, interact with that, then do the same thing, because I'm pretty sure there's another memory stone right over here. Alright, there's a couple here, and I'm not going to be doing a bunch of moving around. So I'll grab these two. One there. Alright. Let's put those up. What's he have? Alright, we have an echo and a mirror. Alright, so I'm gonna see if I can just get the echo. Should be this one. Grab 2 shards and we'll take off. Actually, let's toss 3 of those in there. We can grab 3 more shards. Why is it full? Oh, okay. get over to my base and get this stuff refined off. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. There's going to be a break when I get back there anyway, but there's quite a bit here, so it may take like a half hour to get all this stuff refined. I can do 10 stacks of shards at a time, so those won't take too long, but the brains are going to take some time. Because those take, I mean, it's only like 40 seconds, but I can only do one at a time. And I have to keep my inventory open for it. The mirrors, I can do 10 at a time, one in each. Yeah, one in each refiner. So that won't be too bad. Miner side. Oh. Another one of those. Another trading post. And we'll just do the same thing when we warp back in here. Just shut down the sentinels and just run around and farm. Looks like they dropped a second one of these. That can be yeah, one of those engines. Yeah, we'll run over that base and start up on that. So all I'm gonna do is put one oxygen in here, and I'll leave it open for quite a while. So, home. Let's go home. Yeah, so I think it's probably going to take about, I think, should be about a half hour, probably a little bit less, to just get all this stuff run off. Luckily my ship's right there. And I just transfer that over, You know, let's toss those in there. Actually, let me hold on to that one. Actually, hold on to this too. I don't mind losing a couple of slots, but I don't want to lose too many. I have quite a few mirrors too. Alright, so this hopefully won't be all that long. Yeah, all I'm going to do is go in and put all three right in, and take a minute, you know, a piece. So oh, let me see what I'm at before I leave. At 171,000. So I just want to see what I get when I'm done. So yeah, I will do a little cut here and join you guys when the stuff gets all refined off. See you shortly. Alright guys, so those just finished up. Let's grab the rest of these out. I was doing those mirrors, get those out of the way, and I did do the brains. It's been 22, 23 minutes, so it didn't take too long to rip through it all. I find I can only get like probably 7 refiners going at once without any of these stopping, but yeah, it's like every time I filled up the last refiner, I turn around, there'd be either 2 or 3 that were finished. So could have been maybe a little more efficient, but not by much. But that should be all of them, and I did the brains too. So we started at 171, we ended up at 182, pretty much 183. So That's what, like 12,000, 13,000 nanites in 22 minutes. Not too bad. I did do the brains too, so those were all done. These things don't give me anything for nanites. But I'm pretty sure that should be everything. Alright, yep, that is all of it. Alright, so I think I'm actually going to make a save first. I think I'm going to hit the anomaly to get rid of all the salvage data, and then we'll head back to that planet. So I mean, we only need what, like 40,000 nanites now, so we can probably get most of those done tomorrow. I might just stop in, do a bunch of runaway mold, or maybe run back to this planet and farm up some more stuff too. So should be able to get the Multitool in this ship all upgraded. Just swing by this thing real quick. If there's a hazardous flora mission. I still have to find 2 more traveler graves. I'll go get rid of that salvage data. I didn't realize I had that much in my ship, so let's just go through that stuff. Yeah, I had 92 of them. Alright, just start unlocking a bunch of these pages. Yeah, I wish there was like a button down at the bottom of the page where you could just purchase the whole page at once. Especially if you try doing this stuff on creatively. You literally get the item receipt thing for like a half hour if you unlock everything in one go. Super annoying. Go unlock the whole thing. Yeah, that's another thing that's like on my little challenge list for this, is unlocking all building parts. Everything except for the storage containers, but I might end up just doing those as well. Alright, flipping through this stuff pretty quick. Yeah, I figured I would have a lot of this stuff unlocked and then I could start refining salvage data, but I probably won't even have to do that. I end up with quite a few nanites pretty quickly, so... This top one's done. Alright, 3 more. Alright, so that's all done. Oh, and I think I have an Exosuit expansion, so we'll use that up. Yeah, we're gonna stick to just using it on cargo. Alright. That stuff's all unlocked. Head back down to that planet. Pillar lush gravity. Yeah, so I think I'll head back to that camp and see if I can find a ship. And, run around a little bit, pick up some more stuff to refine, and focus more on ships this time, just so kind of break things up a little bit. Hit up a couple more camps and stuff too, because they get more echolocators. But we'll turn off the sentinels as well. That way we don't have to worry about dealing with them. Yeah, they seem really attentive on this planet. A lot of times I would accidentally pick up stuff. Just running around, and then you get alerted. Shut them right down. Right. Pretty sure that's going to be another one of those engines. Yeah. I don't need to bother with that. Alright, head over to our marker. It's way over there. Yeah, you're gonna hear that blueprint sound for a little bit longer. It's super annoying. That's actually one of the reasons I brought my volume down so low. It gets really annoying. Alright, let's find a spike. Hope we get something that's not a C class. I might end up grabbing up any B classes I see too. So I might have to actually buy slots for my ship. Hoping I don't have to, but we'll have to see. I'm sure I could probably farm up enough from salvage data, or from broken machinery. In between that and jumping in between the systems, you can get quite a few storage augmentations. I would hunt down crashed ships, but there's no good way to do it in this mode. There are no boundary maps. Alright, let's go take a look at this. Looks like there's actually some radiant shards and stuff around that I can grab quickly. Alright, we got a C class, so we're off to an awesome start. Interact with this. I will keep that VCM. Actually, I would just toss it right in my ship, right? There we go. See if there's any graves around. Damaged machinery over there. So we'll tag that. I don't know why it does that. You know, with something in front of you and then you can't tag anything. Let's grab this. That's gotta pick up some of that Atlantean. And just run around, pick up stuff. We've got a resonator right behind us. Yeah, so these planets can be just gold mines for some stuff. down here. I've got another one up there. A building. Another building. No graves, though. Let's see what this guy has. Actually, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna take whatever he's got. Alright. I'll grab these combat supplies. Figure there was more there. Get over to this one. Getting stuff I don't need. Run up to that. That one. I'm kind of hoping when I get some of these technology modules that there's going to be broken machinery. There was a building over here. Must be in that other direction. Get a memory fragment. Alright, there's the building right there. Oh, we got a scrap down there too. Alright, and a building. Alright, let's go grab this. Hopefully there's something good in here. Nope, again. Grab a couple shards. Yeah, I'm really surprised none of these hazardous plants have broken anything yet. I actually have pretty good shields overall, though. I keep hoping to stumble upon a grave. Head back down here, stuff by that building. Over here somewhere. Oh, I want to get rid of that mission. Found our plant. I'm not going to bother with the eggs here. It just takes up too much time. We'll grab the nanites though. ship. Let's see if we can find another ship. If not, then a camp. I am trying to get some of those suspicious tech modules. Those are shards. Is that a memory stone over here? Yeah, you do need to be a little bit careful how high you go in these storms, because when they end, well, either you can get lifted up all the way into space, or you can get dropped too. Alright. From here, and back to our camp. Hopefully get a decent ship marked. Yeah, I'm only gonna go for like another like half hour, something like that. So, and jump in tomorrow morning and hopefully get a bunch of nanites together. Yeah, we've got a bunch of shards right there. Should run over and grab those. Yeah, I think I will, because I'm going to end up leaving this camp, so kind of run around a minute and grab some of this stuff. Make sure I do a scan first, though. Yeah, it actually looks like there's a few things right around me. Go pick this up. Grab these shards. I just can't get over how many shards are here. And they're in decent sized clusters too. Some of the other planets I go to, you only get like one shard. You're lucky if you find one that has like 2 or 3. They're all clustered real nicely. Some more down there and over there. Actually, I see a memory stone too. Big thing of runaway mold. Wow, this planet's actually really good for so many different things. Yeah, actually, let me just bring up the coordinates. Yeah, if anybody's looking for a really good planet to do this on, there's the address. It's a pretty easy address. Actually, you need all the glyphs to get to it, though. There's a Triforce in it. But it's great for Radiant stuff. Radiant shards. I'm not going to go too far away. I want to make sure I get in another camp. It's like every time I look around, there's another huge cluster. Oh, that's that crap. More of that. They like to mix them in. All that other stuff. Yeah, who knows, if you do come to this planet, you might be able to find that wild base computer. Set something up right there. I just can't get over the amount of clusters I'm finding. I mean, I do a lot of exploring, but I don't remember ever getting huge clusters like this often. Like, there's another cluster over there. I'm not gonna run all the way over there though. A bunch over here too. Oh, I should look around for graves when I do this. Nothing. Go grab these ones and head back. This would go faster with the hijack laser too, I'm sure. Let me actually try that real quick. I think it was this one. Yeah, this should have the hijack laser in it. It seems a little bit quicker. Yeah, it is. I want to make sure I stick with my default mining beam though. Yeah, it's actually not that much different. It just doesn't overheat as quick. Alright, I see another memory thing. Alright, head back to our ship. Oh, actually there's some up here on the hill that I wanted to grab. That's what I see every time I fly in, so we'll get those. I'm not sure. I don't think they're all radiant shards, so they don't look like it. I kind of wish these larger ones gave you like two of them or something, you know? Some of them are really big. Oh, we got a resonator up here too. Another echo. Good. Just grab this stuff real quick. Wow, it's a lot of canisters. There must have been a bunch of those little tiny spiders right here. Those things are super annoying too. Small ones. They like to hide in the grass and they're Kind of a pain to shoot sometimes. Alright. Oh, not a bad little location. Just take a quick peek at what we got out of all that. So we did get quite a bit out of that. Let's clean a couple things up. See what that gives me. Alright, 18%. So we'll get rid of that 13. I should be able to call in my Exocraft. Could have swore I built an Exocraft here. Oh, now I don't have stuff. Okay. Actually, what do I need? I just need a couple metal plating. Let's make up 6 of those. Alright, so what was that? Wiring? Oh, didn't need it. Just throw it away. And so already starting to stack up even more of this stuff. Just move that to my ship. Right. Back. Try to get this stuff kind of organized. Throw that away. Alright, so that stuff is actually adding up pretty quick. Just start dropping it down here. It's easier for me to keep track of this stuff if I do it. Try to stay on top of moving it early, so I don't go play around so much moving stuff later on. I want to make sure I keep at least that stuff up at the top. I want to make sure I at least keep this stuff in line, so I don't accidentally refine stuff that I don't mean to. Alright. All that moved around. Alright. So this camp's done. I'm not gonna bother with drop pods. I can do that separately. And the same thing, I need to actually end up with I wanna say probably 275,000, I think. I think that would be enough, because I still have to buy a whole bunch of blueprints for my equipment and all those crafting ones too. So I think like an extra 50,000 nanites, I think, will probably take care of that. Of course, I'm trying to do like stuff that's not in the description. Like I'm trying to unlock all the building parts and all the blueprints. Yeah, so that's not considered part of the challenge. I'm doing it as like an advanced version type of thing. Did we just land inside the other ship? We did. Alright, what do we have? Reborn, a B class. You know what? I think I am gonna take this one. Let me move my ship so I can actually get to that other thing. Alright, mold. Just take a moment, look around. I'm doing this mainly for graves now, because I still need 2 more graves. Got an unknown building. Get a stone over here too. Oh, we got another building. Alright, I'm just gonna jump in here for a second. Check something. Okay, holy crap, I've got a lot of echoes now. Alright, we're gonna fire that off. Alright, so I do see a couple memory stones, so I'm just gonna run down there. Grab that, grab this while I'm here. One stone over here. This is the one that's further down, and there's one behind me. Another one way up there. Actually, there's another one over there too. Oh, there's actually 2 of them up here. Alright. Should be a couple buildings up this way as well. Oh, we got another memory stone over here. Might as well get this guy out of the way. Should have a couple buildings that are somewhat close. Yeah, I always check them because it might be a crashed ship. So, alright, there's one there. It's just a shelter. Pretty sure there's another building. We have the damaged machinery. Yeah, I'll probably get on tomorrow morning and just do the same thing I did earlier. Just run around and just get a ton of radiant shards. Because the challenge is almost over. Pretty much it comes down to just getting nanites now and getting 2 more graves. jettison pod. Let's head over to that shelter. I've got to be jumping off soon, so we'll get this ship taken care of and we'll find another camp. Alright. These storms make getting around so much easier. Go through the oxygen though. Alright, let's get over to that monolith. Character jumped. Alright. Grab a couple words. We'll grab these. I want to make sure I kind of scan this area a little bit too. Because for some reason, I tend to have pretty good luck finding graves around, like, monoliths and plaques. I don't know if it's more common or not, but that's where I find quite a few of them. Check over here a little bit. If there's a grave around, they start showing up at, like, 800 units away, so they do give you some pretty good range. At least you don't have to be like right on top of them like some stuff. Grab that fragment. Grab that buried cache, and there's going to be a fragment up here as well. I think there's a couple fragments right next to each other again. Yep, two of them. Get an unknown building. Let's just see what it is. That's just the terminal. I wouldn't bother. Alright. Get back to our ship. Yeah, look at all the shields I have now. Too bad none of them are like max shields. Grab this. Go pick up that B class ship and scan for a camp. Something over there. Oh, that's that shelter. I do like to pick up ships every now and then just to kind of take them out of the list. That way it shouldn't send me back here. If it does send me back here, I know I'll get another B class. Alright, let's look for a camp. Alright, this way. I should probably be doing this in third person, but too lazy to switch over. Nothing there. Actually, if I go into third person, I'm gonna start scanning around a lot more. I'll start weaving all over the place. Alright, let's get landed. Let's hopefully get landed. This way a little bit. There we go. Alright, toss down our beacon. Hopefully get something good out of these. So far it's a dud. Got arms. Alright, storage augmentation. Not bad. Yeah, not the best camp. Some of this stuff. Oh, I already got that going. Alright. So 3, 9, 14. I am glad that I left that other dissident planet now. The one that I was on yesterday. This one is so much more, you know, lush with resources and a lot easier to get around. Alright, we've got an A class, so let's go ahead and take that. And do a quick look around. Oh, there's a good amount of stuff here. No grave, though. Alright, let's go see what that ship is. Let me kind of get over here so this marker will go away. What's that? Alright. For a second there, I thought that was one of those waypoints. I've actually been doing really good with my launch thrusters. Having that charger, it's really paying off. Had like no issues. It's full most of the time because I've been doing so much running around. Oh, let me rip this stuff out of here. That's that going. Oops. Alright, let's see what this one is. C class. So I'm not going to bother picking this one up. I just want to take the brain out of it for nanites. And no grave. So maybe find one. Take a couple looks around. Let's go far. Yeah, I've got to be jumping off, so I don't want to be doing a bunch of running around, because I'll lose track of time. Alright, I think what I'm probably going to do is I'm just going to go up to the anomaly and do a save there. And tomorrow morning jump in for a little bit and just start farming up some stuff. I actually got quite a bit done. Got some nanites made. I still have to run around and find another grave too. Actually, I need 2 more graves. Just got that going. Alright, and just install that and throw it away. Oh, and abandon that. Alright guys, well I appreciate you guys taking the time, check this out. I did a stream earlier today. For some reason it's stuck in YouTube's rendering thing, so this video will probably be out, it should be out after that one, but yeah, there might be 2 different videos that get released right next to each other. But outside of that, I will see you guys next time. Alright, take care.